From the front line of truth, where courage meets convictions, this is The Conservative Viewpoint.
Good evening, America, and welcome. Welcome back to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Tonight, we pull back the curtain on a performance that is not only disturbing, but downright dangerous. We are not talking about Hollywood blockbusters. We're talking about the carefully crafted narratives, the slickly produced videos, the lies, bold-faced and brazen, that are being peddled by the very people who claim to represent the Democratic Party. Have you seen them? Well, you will tonight. The polished production flooding our screens, whispering sweet nothings of utopian futures, while simultaneously twisting the truth into grotesque caricatures of reality. They're designed to soothe, to distract, to divide. But tonight, we refuse to be soothed, we refuse to be distracted, and we certainly refuse to be divided by deceit. We'll dissect these disturbing visual deceptions piece by painstaking piece, exposing the calculated manipulation behind every frame, because when they lie about the small things, what the hell else are they lying about? And more importantly, what are the consequences of these lies? Well, the consequences, my friends, are already upon us. Look at the world stage, the relentless drumbeat of conflict in the Middle East, the escalating tensions between Israel and Iran. This isn't just news. It's a powder keg. And the rhetoric we hear by these Democrats, this distorted narratives that we are fed, only serve to fan the flames. We'll dive into the real implications of the conflict beyond the sound bites and the spin, and what truly this is going to mean for the global stability, and yes, for us. And then there's the crisis right here at home, a crisis desperately they want you to ignore, and worse, to accept as the new normal. Nah, the open border that Trump's closed, the unvetted influx that they allowed in, and the horrifying, undeniable truth. Illegal criminals emboldened by the Democrats, still roaming our streets, still committing crimes, still putting our families, our communities, and our very way of life at risk. This isn't fair fear-mongering. It's a stark reality many are facing every single day, and it's a reality we will refuse to shy away from. Tonight, the Conservative Viewpoint, it isn't just reporting the news. We're sounding the alarm. We're equipping you with the truth, arming you with the facts, so you can see through the smoke and mirrors, so you can demand accountability. This isn't just a podcast. This is a call to action. Stay with us. You won't want to miss a single second, because the show begins now. Hi, everyone. Boy, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Holy moly. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone this evening? I hope you guys are having a great night, and I hope you had a great day. So depending on how Vic feels tomorrow when she gets up, I might be going back to the 9 o'clock show, depending on how she feels. She's doing okay when I talked to her last, and she's going to see how she feels in the morning. So before I even put my ad out, I'm going to make sure I talk to her to make sure how she's doing again. And Tammy, I don't know if you heard anything else yet from her, but she was okay. She still has some issues to work through, but we're going to see. I hope she doesn't push herself too quick. And it don't bother me going back to my 9 o'clock. I'm just doing this because I'm used to being down here anyways, watching her show. And that's what I will do when she comes back. I just don't want her to hurt herself and come back too fast. So we still got to keep her in our prayers, guys. And keep in mind, don't forget to, to give her a shout out and stuff like that on her pages. And we'll see what happens. But all right, guys, let's give a shout out to what do we got here? We got Rumble over here. And Twitch, for some reason, said what did it say? Let me bring that up again. Twitch says the title is invalid. Try changing it a bit. Where's Twitch at? I don't know why I would have to change it. Oh, because I put Lowlife Democrats. How about if I put low Democrats? Will that work for Twitch? We'll have to see. To see if it'll go live or not now, I don't know. We'll see what happens here in a second. Let me hit this. And it did. They didn't like me calling them lowlifes. But when I show you these videos later on, you're going to see why. All right. Hey, we got Getter over here. What's going on, Getter? We got Shell. We got Calico Crazy. We got John somewhere in it. Yeah, we got Texas John in the house. What's going on, everyone? We've got Kick over here. Kick. Everyone in Kick, say hello. Hi. Whatever. Well, kiss my ass. Whatever you want to say, go ahead and say it. Put it in chat right there, guys. We got Facebook. We got Rumble. We got Twitch back up now. And YouTube. YouTube still happening. We got X in the house. And everybody, Cloud Hub's in the house. Y'all got to say hi whenever you're in. But we got the one, the only Wimkin.com. WIMKIN, guys. If you have not done it yet, please download the app. Come join us in chat. Trust me, you will love it. You will love the people in there. They're awesome, just like Getter. But you guys got to come join us. It's a family affair. We have a blast in there. Come join us. See what it's all about. What are you losing? You don't like it, you can delete it. It's not a big deal. But we're going to give some shout-outs to the Whipkin Warriors in here. And here they go. Lee, what's happening? What up, Lee? Jill. Hi, Jill. Tammy, Texas Tammy. You got to love it. William Locke, what's happening, man? Colin from Scotland, what's going on, guy? Yes, sir. We got Scott. We got Jeff, Texas Jeff in the house, too. We got Texas Dale. What's going on, Dale? We got everybody in here. John M. We got Marianne. Gotta love Marianne, right? All right, there's Marianne right there. We got everybody in the house. We got people everywhere. People will be coming in slowly but surely. And, of course, we're used to my 9 o'clock deal all the time. And just took a couple of days just to get a little bit earlier here because we got a lot to go over, guys. I added a couple things like I always do, but I don't think I have anything to share before this, but it's been a long day today, guys, and I got my pool clean. Oh yeah, I got my pool clean. I did a lot of stuff today. Had to do some running, had to go get some more chemicals for my pool. Man, that stuff's expensive. I got about $500-600 in just to open the pool up, and that sucks. And getting the show ready and everything, and putting a new sink in my son's place, and it's just going crazy. That's right. So if you guys have had a busy day today, let me know what you done. Dodge Dart over at X right there, man. How you doing, Dodge Dart? Happening over there, man. And I've got a little new stuff I put in. But we're going to start off right now because we got to get into some videos tonight, don't we? So we're going to start off with this. How about that? Finn is watching. Oh, yeah, we got Alan that has always been in Wimpkin. He will not be with us for a while. He actually got a new job, and he got to get up like real early in the morning. So he messaged me and let me know that he won't be making it, and he apologized. And it's like, fine, your job comes first. That's more important than this. And I just appreciate him. Appreciate him. And he just wanted to make sure I knew why he wasn't stopping. It's not because he was bailing out on us, but just because he got a new job, I wished him well and gave him good luck, in his new job. He seems, as I said, he seems going to be liking it. So, congratulations to Alan for a new job like that. Hope he does well. So, anyways, yes, yeah, we got to get into them. I got some great stuff today, but I got to get through this one first. But don't you guys just love winning? We've been winning since Trump took over January 20th, and it's more winning coming along because the Supreme Court rules that on a state ban on gender transition treatments for minors in landmark case. This goes back to, I think, Tennessee. Let me look here again. Yes, it is. The Supreme Court ruled on Wednesday today, Tennessee law banning, I love it, specific transgender medical treatment for adolescents in the state is not discriminatory, ruling a 6-3. Gee, who you think this 3 is? To uphold the law. An issue in the case for the United States versus Scarametti was whether Tennessee's Senate Bill 1, which prohibits all medical treatments intended to allow minor to identify with or live as a purported identity inconsistent with the minor's sex or treated purported discomfort or distress. The one thing that I got to say is they blocked it because the only thing that they need to target these adolescents and the parents that allow this are mental health. That's exactly what they need because it is nothing more than a psychological problem. And I blame it on the parents and for the children. You make the kid's not at fault if they're 3-4 years old and the parent says, well, I wanted a girl, not a boy, so let's raise it as a girl. So that's when your parents need freaking help. Damn it. That's starting way too early. The chat stopped last night, but your show was on for another half hour. What's up with that? What? I don't know. Calico crazy. I went off. I don't even know what time we went off last night. I think it was an hour and a half. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. But I know I ended up with almost 1,200 people in Getter. That was pretty cool. I like that. We're going to try to break a record of the 2,000 from the other night. We got to break that record. Yeah, I know. But I was happy for him that he got a new job. So more power, he got to do that. Watched it rain off and on all day. It rained in the morning here in PA, Dale, and it quit. The sun came out. I was able to get in and sweep my pool and enjoy the little bit of water for a little while, but it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and it's supposed to be in the 90s starting, I think it said Saturday, all through next week. Been in the 90s. Say, shit, where you think I'm going to be? I'm going to be floating in my pool. Gabby girl, what's happening? Jill. I already said hi to Jill, I think so. Jill was up there at the beginning. All right, but we got the win, guys. Again, this mental illness that's going on around here with these trans mental freaks, it's going to come to an end, and they're actually going to have to get some mental help. Manchurian syndrome because of the mother. Exactly, Shell. And this has got to stop. You cannot mess your kid. The kids are already messed up enough because of these Democrats. You don't need to mess them up and give them a mental problem before they're even 5 years old and keep the perverts away from them, thinking it's okay to do what you want. Think you're a dog, you're a cat, you're something that you're not. This shit's got to stop. Finn says that the biting Democrats is bad for his cholesterol. that's pop him a cholesterol pill. I'll give you one of mine. Pop it with him and tell him to bite the hell out of him. That would be awesome there, Jeff. All right, guys, this one just came in on, well, at least on my side anyways. It came in this morning, but reported that the presidential E-4B doomsday plane lands near D.C. amid Israel-Iran war. Now, I've never heard of this plane before, and I should have. I just never paid attention. But the U.S. Air Force E-4B doomsday plane, also called Night Watch, or the National Airborne Operations Center, landed at Joint Base Andrews in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday night after flying from Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. The E-4B serves as a high-altitude nuclear-hardened airborne command center for the U.S. President, Secretary of Defense, and Joint Chiefs. It's outfitted with an EMP shielding hardened communications and a room for dozens. It is designed to maintain continuity of government in worst-case scenarios. Whoops. A loft for days via in-flight refueling. Historically, the only other public known occasion this plane has been out in Washington is in response to a crisis on September 11th, 2001. We all know what happened that day, don't we? So I'm going to let you see this plane. I got 2 videos to show you. Here is the first one. Take a look at this plane. It's freaking phenomenal.
Plane above means you might only have 5 minutes left to live. Let me explain. This is the Boeing Doomsday, a plane in the U.S. Air Force dedicated to safeguarding key figures, like the President, during a nuclear crisis. Engineered for rapid response, one of its engines operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ready for immediate takeoff in the event of a nuclear threat. This aircraft has advanced thermal and nuclear shielding, which keeps it protected against the impact of a nuclear blast. Once airborne, the Boeing Doomsday can fly nonstop for an entire week, thanks to its...
You're really not supposed to have the voice on there.
Countermeasures like chaff and flares. It's designed to stop missile attacks, making it hard to destroy in the skies. Only elite and highly experienced fighter pilots are allowed to operate this aircraft. But that's not all. On top of its defensive capabilities, the Boeing Doomsday is a mobile command center. It has advanced radar and surveillance technology, enabling real-time monitoring of potential threats. Inside, you'll find some of the highest levels of tech in the world. Spotting this...
Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I was looking at the same time and I was reading chats at the same time. So shared to MAGA and first group. Oh, cool. Thank you for that, Dodge. All right, here is the second one. Take another look.
Plane above means you might only have 5 minutes left to live. Let me explain. This is the Boeing Doomsday, a plane in the U.S. Air Force dedicated to safeguarding key figures, like the President, during a nuclear crisis. Engineered for rapid response, one of its engines operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ready for immediate takeoff in the event of a nuclear threat. This aircraft has advanced thermal and nuclear shielding, which keeps it protected against the impact of a nuclear blast. Once airborne, the Boeing Doomsday can fly nonstop for an entire week, thanks to its aerial refueling capabilities. Loaded with countermeasures like chaff and flares, it's designed to stop missile attacks, making it hard to destroy in the skies. Only elite and highly experienced fighter pilots are allowed to operate this aircraft. But that's not all. On top of its defensive capabilities, the Boeing Doomsday is a mobile command center. It has advanced radar and surveillance technology, enabling real-time monitoring of potential threats. Inside, you'll find some of the highest levels of tech in the world.
Now, is that thing phenomenal or what? Now, while the exact reason for the deployment remains unconfirmed, its appearance over Virginia and subsequent landing outside D.C. comes amid high-stakes developments in the Middle East, Israel, and reportedly intensifying military operations against Iran. You will see coming up all the stuff that's been going on that I've gotten for today on Israel and all that stuff. So it won't answer all the questions, but it'll answer some of the questions. But Robert Sanchez, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight? Kurt, what's happening, man? We got to buy you in the house. What's happening? It's been in the 90s in northwest in Louisiana for most of June, and the humidity is outrageous. I stay in the AC when that is that high. I'm close to the flight path of B-52s flying back to Barksdale. Wow, no kidding. I saw those B-52s and stuff taking off and the stealth fighters taking off. Oh, yeah, heading down to Iran. They don't want to piss off Trump. He already says his patience is running thin. We're going to get into that here in a second. Cecil. What up, Cecil? I said hi, John M. already here. Make sure I got everybody who don't want to go. I saw videos of that earlier today. Thought it was Air Force One. I did too. Did you see the bump on the top though, Tammy? There's the difference right there. I had to look twice too because I thought it was too. Yeah, that's not good. We got to get more than that, Dodge. So let's keep going here. Trump mulls options, including strike on Iran, but he will not say for sure. And I think this first one's it. Take a listen.
Doing pretty well. Right now, we're doing pretty well. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. We don't have to go too deep into it. They just can't have a nuclear weapon. We're not looking for a ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. That was Emmanuel. Nice guy. But he doesn't get it right too often. But we're not looking. We're looking for better than a ceasefire. And then a real end, not a ceasefire. And then
So something that would be permanent.
yeah, or giving up entirely.
Is
That's
that
okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible? Is that possible in the next 24,
Why
48
not?
hours?
Certainly possible. Complete give up. That's possible, yeah.
Calico, that's funny right there. Doesn't have the cloak of invisibility. Sean, what's happening, Sean, over in Getter? That's funny right there, Calico. All right. You couldn't hear too well. I have it turned all the way up, but that was the plane noise behind. That's what it made it so hard to hear. But he says he wants total gone. The Iran has to give in. They have total surrender no matter what. And remember yesterday we were talking about Trump and he overstepped Gabbard's national intelligence stuff. They're on the same page. And this is why we say we got to play the Bongino rule, because we got to wait it out. But Trump and Gabbard on same page as POTUS argues Iran was very close to nukes. And we know they were because they told us themselves. But Israel hammers Iranian centrifuge production site. Says regime crossed every red line. Oh, yeah. And they have. They are to have zero nukes. None. But reports are Iran preps for retaliatory strikes on U.S. bases, which that is not a good thing. You do not want to do that because Iran's leader rejects call to surrender, saying the U.S. intervention would cause irreparable damage. You're terrorist. That's already irreparable. We don't give a shit about you. You are a terrorist state-run place, and you are worthless to us. You are no good to us because you're a terrorist, no matter what. Terrorists are no good to anyone because you will revamp and you will build back up and you will attack people again. The only good terrorist group is no terrorist group, period. Jeez, since 1996, talk about Iran having a nuclear weapon. Exactly. Trump had it stopped in his first term. But let's thank the Democrats again. They got it going all over again. John Kerry is trying Obama, Hillary, etc. Oh, yeah. All them worthless pieces of garbage Democrats. Everything that's going on in this world is because of these Democrats. Wake up, liberal idiots. See the truth. But Hegseth says he confirms that the DOD is prepared to follow Trump's order on Iran as President weighs his options. Now, he said this earlier today, and I don't think I got that. But if any of you guys got to see, Trump came out on the front lawn of the White House where they and he didn't want to say erecting a new flagpole, actually two of them, one on both sides, 85 feet or 100 feet in the air, something like that. Oh, yeah. And he said that the reporters would eat him alive if he said erect. So I say erect. What the hell? But, those fake news reporters, they will do that. And I got fake news for you. You're going to see it for yourself. But, yeah, they erected new poles. And and one of the so-called journalists asked him, what are you going to do to Iran? He looks around and says, I'm going to tell you. It's like, okay, we're going to tell Iran, we're going to bomb you at, 6 o'clock. We'll just tell you right now so you're aware of it. Idiot reporters. So, yeah, he told him that. I thought it was funny as hell that he went that way. Thank you, Dodge. 100. That's it, Shell. Man, where's everybody? I didn't get her. Get there. Yes, erect is correct. Call it what it is. Exactly, Shell. So, But yes, Hegg says that, and they are supposed to. If Trump decides to do whatever, and people, I've heard different opinions on everything. We need to stay out of it. We don't need another war. We don't need a ground war. We can take care of this from the air. Nobody has to be hurt by this except for Iranians, the terrorists that they are. And I think it is a global thing that Iran is removed from everything. Not the innocent people, if there are any innocent people. But remember, when you got Gaza that's controlled by Hamas and they are a terrorist organization and they brainwash just like the Democrats do with these idiot liberals. And remember the guy I told you about in prison, sorry to bring him up again, but told me to my face he'd kill a white man in a heartbeat. He'd kill me in a heartbeat. So this is the way they're brainwashed. So how many people in Iran are brainwashed because they are a terrorist-run state? So who do you trust? You cannot trust your enemies, period. Trump weighs striking Iran nuclear facilities. I may do it. I may not do it. That's what he said on the front lawn. And if you guys watched that, he had all the workers there. They did a flag raising at 11 o'clock, and they were doing the other one. I don't know if they did both at 11. But, man, those reporters kept running, asking questions. He kept staying there and asking questions. It was like a little bit after 10 before he got out of there so they could do that the flag raising and get that poll up before 11 so they could get the flags up. I didn't think they was ever going to leave. But would you see Joe Biden answering any questions like that? Biden didn't answer as many questions as Trump did, and Trump's only been in for a few months. Oh, yeah. It's crazy, right, guys? All right. Yeah, Robert Sanchez in there. All good. Someone brings out the boxer short. I was reading a British spec for some equipment. They had a paragraph called Procedures for Handling. That's funny, Jeff. Oh, I don't know what that was all about, but we're going to go on. Insider Advantage poll. With all this going on, guys, Trump's approval rating and job approval rating is up to 54%. Yes, sir, Bob. Where's that dumb piece of garbage that's been all over the internet saying Trump's never been above 50%? Oh, he most definitely have. But a clear majority of likely voters said that they approve of the job Trump is doing, and nearly 3 out of 4 said they support denying Iran nuclear weapons by any means possible, according to the new survey. A share of 54.4% said they approve Trump's job performance in the Insider Advantage poll that represents a majority, even with a plus or minus 3.09 percentage points of margin of error. Now, you can't ask for anything better than that. Gabby, give us the message here. Remember when Obama said that he would support the Iranian people that revolted against their oppressive government, and Obama backed off? He got many, many people killed. Oh, yeah, that's what they do, Gabs. You're right on right there with that. Because they are worthless pieces of shit. They let all the enemies walk all over us. Why? Because of money. They make it look like they're being tough on criminals, but they're not. And it goes to prove those last 4 years of Biden and Obama's third term, it just proves what they allow. Trump's not lagging nothing, Shell, and they can say what they want because Trump is not somebody you piss with. Trump did it before. He's going to do it again. Iran doesn't know who they're messing with. They think Joe Biden's still in there. They got dementia as bad as Biden does. Trump is no Biden, and Trump will destroy any threat to the United States or to our military. He warned them. That's all they get. Trump's approval rating would be 90% if they would indict some FBI, CIA scum like John Brennan. You're exactly right, Kelly. Go crazy. Money is the root of all evil. It's obvious. It is. That's all it's about, guys. If these idiot liberals would wake up and see how nicey these politicians are during election time, and then once they're elected, how they blow you off. I know, I'm living proof of it because of my injury to my knee and working for the state. Oh, yeah. They do not care about you. You are a number to them. As simple as that. A government job used to be the greatest thing in the world. It is not anymore. Your retirement sucks. Your pensions, your benefits. Oh, my God. When I retired, to keep my family on my benefits, it was going to cost me $650 a month for 3 of us. That's half my retirement. Holy shit. They don't care about you. A government job, I worked for the state twice, Department of Transportation and the Department of Corrections. They don't care about you, period. End of stories. When I was a highway inspector, I mean, I had a little better. I worked for an engineering firm first. I actually was a mechanic for our Pennsylvania Department of Transportation back in the 80s. And, but they don't care about you. Oh, no. If you people want to whine about this. I made $5.50 an hour as a mechanic, coming home with like $150 in a paycheck in a week. Are you kidding me? Cry me a river. Start like that and see how you feel. All right. What do we got here? Pentagon suspends Israel advisor from joint staff after anti-Semitic post, the report says. Colonel Nathan McCormick, who helped advise the Joint Chiefs of Staff chairman on Israel, allegedly had a history of making anti-Semitic posts on social media, including claims that Israel is a death cult that acts as a U.S. worst ally. There was some dumb son of a bitch on X tonight that was talking about death to Jews and stuff. Man, I called him every name in the book. This piece of shit was talking shit. He shouldn't even be on social media. Oh, yeah, that's worthless bastard. I'll tell you what. I was so pissed off. Unreal. All right, what else we got going on here? Did I miss some? No, I didn't miss those yet. Oh, but I do want to show you this. This is second video on IDF, an overnight blitz that they did. Take a look. They bombed the shit out of them, didn't they? That was the best thing ever to see. And you know what? If Iran thinks that's something, you imagine if we got involved in this? Oh, jeez. That would be crazy, right? All right, let's see this next one. This says Iran prepares a missile. Take a look. if Iran thinks that footage of their equipment, their little piddly ass stuff, is a threat to us, we laugh at that. They haven't even seen the start of what we have to offer. We have not used the big stuff yet, ever. So if we have to get involved with this, yeah, bunker busters, Daniel. If we have to get involved, you're going to see hellfire rain down on them like they've never seen before. They do not want that because it's all going to be on if we have to get involved. I do not want us involved in this. Too much U.S. involvement everywhere already. No more dead and maimed American soldiers. Exactly, Gabs. And that's why they're going to do everything from the air. They have no plans on putting any boots on the ground, but we do have like 40,000 soldiers over in that area. So that is something that they do have to watch and make sure that they defend those bases like crazy. And they are prepared for it. 41 negative dodge. So that is the stuff that we got to be watching. All right, let's get into some more stuff here. We got top Homeland Security official says 75% of ICE arrests are convicted criminals. That is a hell of a great percentage rate on illegal criminals. No U.S. boots on the ground. Exactly, Shell. We don't need that. I'm really sick and tired of the U.S. being the world police. These countries need to handle their own stuff and not ask us every time they turn around. This shouldn't happen. But anyways, back to ICE. The 75% and the others are criminals because they came into this country illegally. Doesn't matter if Biden let them in. It still makes them criminals. They did not follow the legal process in getting over here, so they are criminals. So but these are convicted criminals they're talking about, the 75%. They were criminals before they got here, committed crimes here while they were here, more criminal. That it's simple as that. We need them home. Yes, Sean, absolutely. But they are starting, and I saw that earlier too, and I did not get that, but they are making emergency preparations to get all Americans out of harm's way. So that is happening. All right, Trump focuses on blue state deportation, belies a red state problem. And the thing is here, these are the Democrats, of course, crying about this because I heard too that they did ICE Border Patrol, all of them, were raiding some of the horse racing tracks down in Louisiana. I don't know if Kurt can verify that or sounds like Sanchez from Robert was from down that way or somebody can verify that or not. But supposedly they made some bust down there in the racetracks of illegals. So if you guys get a hold of that, let me know. But for months, the president has promised to deport millions. These people think that you can deport millions of people around this country that Biden administration have left in, the 21 million that he left in, and he could find them in 6 months. What is this? He come in January, so February, March, April, May, June. 5 months. And they think that he can round up millions of people that are scattered all over the place. With the help of the Democrats, they're still running because they're letting them know when ICE, Border Patrol, and everybody is coming around to get them. But they said he promised to deport millions of undocumented immigrants across the country. But last week, as immigration enforcement hit rural communities with raids at farms in California, meatpacking plants in Nebraska, dairy, Mexico, elsewhere, he was faced with rare criticism from Republican lawmakers and spooked the agricultural sector already reeling from economic harm. You shouldn't hire illegal criminals. There are people here. All you got to do is get these people that are on welfare right now, take the illegal criminals out and put them in. If they refuse to take the job, cut off their benefits totally. They're crying about that now too. And I think I have that to show you. Yeah. And you're going to see where they're making lies about that shit too. Oh, that dumb bitch, Grandma Pelosi. Oh, yeah. She made a video of that. I did not get that one. telling people that everybody's going to be cut off of their old people going to be cut off Medicaid and all that stuff, which is a freaking lie. I can order a Speedo and do photo shoot. Oh, man. I'm missing a conversation. I don't even know what's going on. It's talking about Speedos and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I've been working out, so I'm good to go. Oh, man. I'm really missing this conversation here. You guys will have to catch me up on that. All right. What else we got here? Let's keep going. We got more ICE riots. Oh, yeah. Anti-ICE riots inspired lawmakers to halt federal funding from cities that support rioters. Bingo, check mark. That's it. Over. Yes, exactly. New York, Chicago, California, knock out the funding. They don't need that. The hell with them. All right. Oh, here we go. All right, guys. Here we go. Here is the Lowlife Democrats and ads that they plan to put out, and they've already been putting them out. Now, I've got 3 videos for you guys. This is going to irk you, but I want you to watch, and I want you to comment in chat. They raided the casinos, horse track in South Louisiana. They wouldn't tell the media how many were arrested. Thank you for that, Dale. Yeah, that's right. Dale was the one that said that. Lafayette, Louisiana. Okay. That's perfect. Thank you very much for that. I knew it was somewhere down there and I couldn't remember, but thank you, Dale, for that. Keep kicking illegals out. I'll never need to find work out again. Find me to death. Oh, yeah, it will find me death. That's all you got to do. You've got plenty of able-bodied Americans sitting right now on welfare because their lazy asses don't want to work. They want to live off the government. As soon as a job opens, throw their asses in there. If they don't do it, oh, well, sorry, you're out of luck now. I don't give a shit if you got kids or not. Get your lazy ass to work. Make some money. Work for a living like we all do. Fluff balls that shed magical fibers of fur constantly. What? Man, I'm really missing out over here. But anyways, here we go. A Democrat group betting on anti-ICE fear in new campaign ad targeting young men. This is a Progress Action Fund, a fundraiser group for the Democrats, are putting out ads that I'm going to show you here in 1 second. They have gained attention for its risque viral ads featuring a fictional Republican congressman who invades private moments in bedrooms, bathrooms, hospitals to enforce a so-called conservative policy such as stopping sex, abortions, denying care to Medicare patients. I want you guys to listen to this first one, and I want you to make comments in here. I want to know your opinions on this because some of these have already been put out, and it's not this first one. This first one that I'm going to show you has not been put out yet, but it's on its way. It should be out any time. But take a listen to this.
I had a really good time today.
Yeah, me too. I really look.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care. She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
Now, these people should be in jail. This is what you call fake news media, putting out lies, false propaganda. There's not a truth to anything, and they actually use Trump's name in that. I don't know how they're allowing these people to get it. And I didn't realize this, but it's been going on for quite some time. Take a look at the next one.
I can't believe this. My daughter was raped. And you're not going to do anything?
I'm sorry. They'll put us all in prison if we do the procedure.
He's right. I'm your Republican congressman. We've banned abortion. No exceptions.
She's just 12 years old. I'm not letting you destroy her life.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just going to watch your daughter and make sure she doesn't do anything illegal.
This is one that's already been put out, guys. It's no lie. How are they going to put out lies and bullshit like this and nothing happens to these people? Exactly, Tammy. Exactly. I would sue the hell out of them because of this false propaganda and the lies that they're putting out. But that's not even bad enough, guys. I got one more for you. Take a look.
Doctor, he's flatlining.
We need to get him into surgery.
Sorry, you can't do that.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we defunded Medicare, and we're not paying for this surgery.
This man is dying. Now get out of the hospital.
I won the last election. I'm not going anywhere. But don't worry, we made sure Medicare still covers Viagra. And I need a refill.
Medicare was not touched. And these son of bitches are putting these fake videos out there. And there's not a truth to none of them. I do not understand exactly, Sean, abortion is murder. But I don't understand how they can allow this to go on and let this piece of shit, they're trying to fundraise for these Democrats, and how they can get away with putting this lies and bullshit on there. I don't get it one bit at all. It's dumbfounding. All right, here's something I still don't agree with on Trump and what he's doing with TikTok. Yes, Colin, it was 28 years later is boring. They keep us on our toes and vacuuming nonstop. What? Where the hell I missed up on there, Sanchez. Yes, Trump to push TikTok deadline another 90 days. He keeps pushing them. All he's got to do is get on there and see how bad these people are ripping on him and the administration. Oh, yeah. And he'd let them some bitches die. Let it go down. Somebody else will get it. Tell him right now, you got 30 days. If it's not sold, you're shut down. You're cut off the United States, period. We don't need more enemies watching our stuff, period. Some people don't agree with me. I did get some videos off of there, but I haven't needed to get any videos off of TikTok lately. But no, get them sold, get them out of there. We have a lot of people that want that thing. Get them sold. Here we got another guy that needs arrested for treason. A former Coast Guard officer arrested for allegedly threatening to assassinate Trump. Oh, yeah, never ends. A former Coast Guard lieutenant was recently arrested for allegedly making threats to kill President Donald Trump, according to court documents obtained by Fox. The suspect, Virginia resident Peter Stinson, served as an officer in the United States Coast Guard from 88 to 2021. He was a sharpshooter as well as a FEMA instructor during the time. Oh, man. And that makes it even worse when he was a sharpshooter. In an affidavit filed on Friday, a Tassville officer with Federal Bureau of Investigation revealed details about the myriad of online threats that Stinson allegedly made. At least they got him, because this guy sounds as nuts as the rest of the Democrats. So we got a couple more, and my phone's going crazy. Oh, I got a National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm watch. And my chickens are going to sleep. Okay. And I got condensation coming off my. You know how cold it is in my studio, man. I need my winter stuff back out. It's freaking 80 degrees outside, and I got condensation on my ductwork. And man, is it cold down here! Woo! All right, let's keep going here. We only got a couple more. We can get into some videos. We can have some fun. European Union chief agrees with Trump on China's trade issues and declares Donald was right. Well, no shit, Sherlock. European Union President Ursula von der Leyen, man, I ain't getting that right at all, warns of new China shock as President Donald Trump returns to Washington amid Middle East crisis. The commission found some mutual understanding with Trump during the G7 conference that he was at very little time, declaring that Trump was right about China's certain trade policies. When we focus our attention on tariffs between partners, it diverts our energy from the real challenge, one that threatens us all. Vander, I'm not even laying, whatever it is, said during the G7 meeting, which includes Trump's attendance before he abruptly had to depart back to D.C. I think he got a little bit more than just sitting around talking. He's got a little more on his hands than that. Oh, man, I don't even think I watched that, Colin. I love zombies, though. I wish a zombie apocalypse would happen. I need some target practice. I even got targets that look like zombies. Oh, yeah, I'm ready, baby. All right, here we go. Guys, remember, the Senate hearing kicked off today about Biden's auto pen deal. Oh, yeah, it did. But guess what? You got the crybaby Democrats walked out of the hearing, probing Biden's mental state. Oh, yeah, they're pissed now because the truth is going to come out. And these people are going to go down, I hope. Will they? I doubt it. But they know something's going on. Democrat lawmakers refused to participate in the hearing Wednesday, focused on fake President Biden's final months in office, whether the mainstream media helped cover up his cognitive abilities. They left the hearing. Get this. That's like children in a candy shop throwing a tantrum because they didn't get a piece of candy. The Senate Judiciary Committee heard from 3 witnesses, including 2 former Trump administration White House staffers who have testified on what they have described as a cover-up by members of the media and Biden inner circle. There was a conspiracy to hide the president's true condition by the family, by his staff, by the media, and many elected officials. This was a constitutional crisis bigger than President Biden, bigger than any single election, and one that cannot be absolved by the collective apology of the press and an election where the president's party lost. That's what Senator John Corwin of Texas said in his opening statement. Democrats walk out. Dick Durbin, Peter Welch were the only 2 Democrats to attend the hearing opening. Durbin, the committee's ranking member, immediately walked out after referring to the hearing as a distraction from the issues such as Trump's deployment of military to respond to immigration. So far this year, Republican majority on this committee has not held a single oversight hearing, despite numerous critical challenges facing the nation under the president under the jurisdiction. This is what they do. They want to make a sideshow. Oh, it's a sequel to that? Okay. I'm going to have to look for that. Thank you, Colin. Is Pelosi alive? I don't know. It looked like her, but she might have been one of those zombie people that we're talking about over here on X or on Wimpkin. Wish they'd walk out for good. No shit, Sean. But this is what they do. They want to distract everyone from their illegal corruption and now spin it over on Trump now. Oh, Trump's being a bad boy. Why aren't we paying attention to that? He's a bad boy. But don't worry about propping Joe Biden up like Weekend at Bernie's for 4 years and somebody illegally, and a constitutional crisis it is, using his auto pen for pardons and commutations and everything like that. And nobody did a damn thing. But, oh, we can't have that because all of our secrets are coming out. No, we can't do that. This is what the Democrats do. They turn everything around. Remember, when they blame us for stuff, they're actually doing it. And it's been proven time and time again. How many times have we got to show it to you guys? Because it's a fact. Every time they say we have a conspiracy theory, guess what? They've all came true. So guess what? That's not a conspiracy theory anymore. But everything they've done has been conspiracies. None of them have ever come in true, and they're still conspiracies, but they're actually facts. Just like the Russian Seal dossier was a fact. They lied about it. Hunter's laptop, they tried to say it was fake Russian information. It was a fact. It was true. Everything they've done is corrupt. Everything. That's why they're pissed, because they've shut all these places down in D.C. because that was their money laundering operation. Ukraine, the biggest money laundering operation. USAID, huge one. And if I had that list again, the guys, of all the pedophile shit that they've been paying for in other countries, condoms to Africans so they can screw each other, and the monkeys too. And I mean, I could go on and on and on to the stuff that we've been paying for on our taxpayer money without getting our permission for them to spend it. They were just said it, no audit on it, nobody in the books showed where this money was going. They just said, all right, we're sending it to Africa for condoms. Nobody backed that up. Nobody paid attention. Nobody checked in. And, is that monkey got a condom? Because he shouldn't be with that dude. But no, they don't do that. They just send the money, and nobody can account for the money they sent to Ukraine. According to Zelensky, he only got 75,000 or 75 million out of the billions that they sent him. Where the hell's the rest of the money? No accountability with the money of our taxpayer money. It's not even theirs. But no accountability for this stuff, guys. And that is the problem with everything going on. Oh, this last one is the best. You guys have had to have seen this one. It's been all over the news every freaking day. Damn it, we're being throttled here. No kidding. Man, come on, X. Get off your ass, guy. Hi, everyone in X, by the way. I got to do a little better on X. We're at 52. We're not doing good right now. We got to get up to 100, guys. We made it. We rocked out on, we got 1,000 right now in Getter. So thank you for that. I get a little bit more once I get off. That's what I see the final total on here. So that's awesome right now. 1,000 people in Getter. We got to get kicking, boy. Now, this last one you guys had to see. New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander arrested at immigration court trying to sneak out an illegal criminal from ICE so they can't make their arrest. Take a look at the video. Oh, this is great.
You have a judicial warrant. You have a judicial warrant. Had I seen the judicial warrant? Had I seen the warrant? I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it? Where is the warrant? I have my hand here. You obstruct it. You obstruct it. I was like, let's go see the warrant. Take it to see the warrant. No! Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Step back. You don't have authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Sir, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Stay back. You don't have. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. By asking for a judicial warrant. You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens asking for a judicial warrant.
Here's that crybaby bitch. You have no authority to arrest an American citizen. Well, hell yeah, you do. Whenever you're sitting there obstructing justice and trying to sneak out an illegal criminal, that's aiding and abetting, dude. But guess what? He was released, and guess who walked out of the courtroom with him? That piece of shit governor from New York. Oh, yes. Why the hell was her ass even there? I think that's judicial intimidation. That bitch should not have been nowhere near a courthouse. This is a federal thing, and she's a state little twit. So, yeah, that's what happens when you got corruption. Arrest them all. Exactly, Lee. This is ridiculous, the stuff that they're getting away with, but I love it. I wish they'd have slammed this sumbitch to the ground. All right, we're going to start off with Gabs first. Gabs sent me something again from Pastor Bob Joyce again, and this is about Robin Williams. I'm hoping the volume works great. So here we go. I gotta do a share. Hold on a sec. Share this. Where are we at? Entire. Oh, nope, wrong one. Over there. With voice. All right, here we go.
Well, you know what the good book says.
Wait.
Let your light so shine before men that they would see your good works and glorify your God. Hey, I don't take credit for all this stuff. If I ever won an award, I'd be like, this is all because of Jesus. I'd be dead in a gutter somewhere if it weren't for him. He changed my life. He changed my soul. He changed my life. He changed my heart. He gave me a new life. It's been a long life. I made a lot of mistakes. But you know what? It's okay. We're allowed to make mistakes. It's how we learn. Not only is that how we learn, it's how we grow. And when we grow, we become something. Something that he wants us to be. I tried to be something my whole life. I was wrong. Now, it's time to really ask him and say, okay, your turn. I can't get it right. No matter what I do. No matter where I turn. It's the wrong turn. The only other turn is your turn. So Lord, pray for everyone here on TikTok that they would find you and the right way.
What do you guys think? Do you think that was truly him or not? Thank you for that, Gabs. What do you guys think? Do you think that was him, or do you think that was just some guy that looked really, really close to him? He was one of the best comedians that you'll ever find. What is this? Lily Zhang. Hello, I'm glad Facebook introduced you to me. I really like the things you share. Maybe there is some kind of mysterious connection between us. Have some kind of mysterious connection. If you can send me a friend's request, maybe a new story and friendship will begin. What the hell? Whoever it is Lily Zhang is in my Facebook, and she left this message. What do you think? It's a scam, guys. Back to the Robin Williams thing that Gab said. I did not watch that. I trusted her and giving me something good, and she did. So what do you guys think? You think that was him, or do you think it was just... I don't think that his family would make up that he died. That's pretty sick. So I don't know. It's not just the looks, the mannerism, and the way he talked. It gave me the chills. What's true and what's not anymore. I know, Gabs, that's what kind of screwed me up, because he's got the chin. You got that chin right there and everything that looks like him, and the eyes, but the hair and some of the facial features threw me off. But yeah, I think so, Calico Crazy. It's a dude. yeah, you're definitely pretty right on that one, Fixer. Alfred, what's happening, Alfred? All right, what else we got here? All right, I got one from Mark from the UK. He sent me this one. Take a look at this.
Clonade, their headquarters was not far from Epstein Island.
Yeah, Richard, apparently it was in the Bahamas. And, you know, the other thing that I find very strange is that baby Eve was cloned in December 2002. And I was taken there in September 2002. October 2002. So it was all around the same sort of time when they seem to have been doing these sorts of projects. And if it was they just loosely said it was based in the Bahamas. I think the website's still up and running, isn't it? I haven't checked in a while, but you can look on there and you can actually inquire about like cloning and, you know, I suppose if you have enough money to do it, one can do it. It's like the movie The Island, you know, the one that Michael Bay made. You know, how I met Michael Bay there, and you know, there's a lot of weird stuff to do with the cloning and everything. And also, as far as the aliens, you know, the Netflix documentary. That's the other thing I shared online. There's a 60 Minutes documentary. I think it's them. They do some excellent work. 60 Minutes. They did a document, or it might have been BBC. I think it was 60
No, it
Minutes.
was 60 Minutes. Yeah, I watched it today.
And it was like old, you know, it was like in the 90s that they did this. They did that documentary, and also the one about baby cloning. And it's got that same man on it, you know, the Raelian man. So the one with the sort of weird cult. But also, you know, John of God had a baby farm, apparently. He was friends with Oprah. You know, apparently Epstein owned Oprah's network, King's network, and that's another weird thing which we were talking about recently. You know, is that the movie Blink Twice, which reminds everyone of Epstein's Island. The man's name is Slater King, so the Kings owned the King's World production, so they were obviously working with Epstein and Oprah's network. It's just, I mean, I suppose like a spider web is very intricate. It's very hard to sort of, pinpoint it all, but it seems like there's a lot of stuff being hidden from people, and they don't want anyone knowing what's going on. Because, I was saying on an interview recently that if people knew what was really going on, it would actually break their brains. A lot of people wouldn't be able to handle it.
What do you guys think? That sounds a little funny, don't you think? Or could be possibly true. And like Gab said too, you don't know what to believe anymore because AI and stuff. But it gives you puts that thought into your head. And the Democrats are good for that too, putting thoughts into people's heads. That's why these people are as nuts as they are today. Right, Marianne? And Marianne said that right before I even showed it, she was talking about clones. Oh, yeah. So that makes more sense right there, don't you think? All right. What do we got here? All right. Let's get something from Green Frog Labs. This one they just put out, and Vic had it on there on her X page, but this is pretty funny. Take a listen.
Oh, I'm gonna get you. Yes, I am.
Bro, what are you gonna do? Knock over my lawn chairs?
I'm gonna turn your peninsula into a puddle.
Dude, I got a cooler, a lawn chair, and 0 regrets. Bring it, kook!
You better board up, Beach Boy.
Dude, you're just a wet fart with satellite coverage.
I'm about to beat the living shit out of Cuba, and you're next, buddy boy.
Bro, I've seen the spaghetti model of paths and weather. You'll turn or get wind sheared like a little bitch.
Well done, Green Frog Labs. That was pretty freaking cool right there. All right, it is time for
Every home should have a bug-out bag for a quick exit, as well as shelter-in-place supplies. Here are some things it should include. First up, water. It's recommended to have a supply of 1 gallon per person per day. Or you can pick up one of these water filtration straws. Food supply and a portable stove. First aid kit, solar-powered battery. I like this one that also has a flashlight and you can charge your electronics. A dust mask, a pocket knife, this paracord bracelet that also has a whistle, compass, and a knife, sanitation and hygiene items. And remember to keep important documents and cash in a fireproof and waterproof folder. And remember, don't forget any food, supplies, or toys for your furry friend.
There's your disaster factor tip of the day, guys. More for your bug out bags. Don't forget, if you have a portable stove, right there you go. Portable stove can be just as much as those little warmers that they use to keep food warm during buffets and stuff and weddings and stuff. You can use those. Just a little camp stove. But any of you guys have any tips, don't forget to join in and help me with the disaster. This disaster factor is for all of us to help everyone to get ready for an emergency. Not only war, we're talking about storms and anything, any natural disasters, fires, flooding, whatever it is. This is to help you guys, help all of us learn how to survive if something like this happens. I have camping gear stored in my storm shelter. Perfect, Kelly, go crazy. Don't smoke crack with Hunter. That is a good tip right there, Sean. But if you must, don't let him drive. That is the best disaster factor tip of the day right there. Don't smoke crack with Hunter Biden. But you might be able to get a pardon out of the deal. Don't forget that, Sean. So yeah, that's a plus right there. It was gay enough to light a fire without a lighter. Wow, you had some friction happening there, Fixer. If you're liberal, just drink your urine. Bingo. Right? Drop. I got to give me a mic that I can drop because you guys are banging it out. It's awesome. Yes. You're liberal. Just drink your urine. You'll be fine. You don't need no straw. You don't need no water. That's a good tip from Mr. Fixer. How about a generator, solar, or gas? Yes, they do have them, but you got never married. Hey, welcome. They're pretty big, so you really want something portable. But if it's flooding electric out, that's perfect. They do sell those, and they have a solar generator that will run an air conditioner, a home air conditioner. It's really powerful. And I did not buy it because I have a generator that will run my house if my power goes out. So I just have to hook it up, plug it in, turn it on. I can run. I got a freezer. I got 3 refrigerators. I can run that and probably my furnace. If I shut some other stuff off, I can run my electric. And I did that one time for a show, and I was still able to do my show. So that was pretty good. Comfortable shoes, not new one. My brother's keeper is right on the money. Your feet are the most important. We will have stuff on that later on. Crank powered radio. I do have one of those. That is exactly right, Fixer. Make sure don't shower with Michelle Obama. If you do, don't bend over and pick up the soap. He's nasty. All right. Yes, a crank radio. I have one upstairs. I will bring it down tomorrow and show you guys. And they're really small. They'll fit in your pocket. Yeah, I'll have one. I have one upstairs. But did you see that guy's bucket of food, that rations? I have that exact one. They are from Augustin. You can find them on Amazon, sometimes for $99. It's a 30-day supply for one person. Buy them up. Get yourself. I got to buy like 3 more, and that'll give me 3 months supply for 3 people. So we'll be good for 3 months. That should be plenty. Remember, with your phone, make sure you have a DC charger and an AC charger with you and a spare cord. Didn't I give away solar chargers for Christmas? I think I did. I don't think I have any over there anymore. I gave solar panel chargers for your cell phone. If we happen to have cell phone coverage, that would work perfectly, guys. But thank you for that one, too. Fixer gave the radio. We got a lot of great tips out there, guys. How about a husband and wife? That's important. Yeah, that husband and wife, that's somewhat important. Get some batteries, lights, and extra batteries. Exactly. Always have extra batteries on hand. And I got to get one of those filter straws that you can suck right out of a creek, and it'll be drinking water. I got to get one of those to show you guys. And might get one to give away too and keep me one. I can't find my bug out bag, but I'm going to order me a new bag. So, all right, let's get some funny videos here before everything goes crazy here. What time is it? Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. All right, what else we got? But that's your disaster factor tip of the day, guys. I don't want to thank you. Yeah, shower rape. That ain't rape if you bend over with a dude behind you. I have a solar panel charger. There you go. CB radios. I used to have those, never mind married. I used to have a CB radio. Me and my buddy used to talk on them all the time growing up. Stock up on antibiotics. Exactly. And I can't remember who it was, but Dan Bongino used to have a sponsor that you called and they gave you all the antibiotics that you would need. And there was a good shelf life on them. And it's a prescription thing, but they do it all for you. They give you the prescription, and it's a little pricier. I think it's like $200 or something like that. But they had all the antibiotics that you would need being out. But make sure you do get the first aid kit and all that stuff. And like I said, oh shit, I put it over there. But don't forget the drawing for this week is that emergency kit. That will be given away in it. Maybe next day or two. Oh, yeah. It has to be the next day or two because we only got Thursday and Friday left. You never know what's going to be. Don't forget to get your name into me if you want a chance to win it Conservative Viewpoint at yahoo.com, guys. Don't forget, we don't have natural gas out here, so the whole house generator isn't feasible. I don't have natural gas either. I've got oil on my heat as far as that goes, Tammy. We have no natural gas either. I use electric for everything. If I had to, I could run my stove, but I've got a grill. I've got a smoker that my smoker uses electric, but then it'll run off my generator with no problem. I got a griddle, that propane. I'm good for cooking. I can go right up on across the street and shoot me a deer, a turkey, and have me some squirrel. Oh yeah, right. Because my in-laws, we feed them up there. So I got me a smorgasbord of food. I can make it, no problem. There's a bear running around not far from me. I'll go get him. Make me some coat or something if it's cold outside. DrStellaMD.com. Sean says TWC Health. If you guys look at FamilyPharmacy.com, sells that and more. There you go, guys. There's some great tips right there. And we're going to have this every day, guys. We will have the disaster factor tip of the day for at least the next 30 days. And then I'll try to get some more, guys. But we're going to keep this rocking and make people aware of how to survive, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to survive during an emergency. And that is something we need to share. America Pier. Holy shit, America Pier is in the house, guys. Our Scandinavian friend is here. Everyone say hi to America Pier. We haven't seen him in quite some time. A chimney, a wood-burning cooking stove. Thank you, American Pier. Barbecue with coals, not propane. There you go. I got lumber. I got wood. I can use wood. I'm out of charcoal shell because I gave it to my chickens for their dirt bath. So I got to buy some more. I need a hand pump so my well will work without electricity. Yeah, Calico Crazy. Go get those ones that crank. That would be good. Stick up and just add water foods. Yes. You need to be on Amazon ordering those Speedos. Oh, man. I wish I'd have caught that conversation there, Gab. But America Pier, how are you doing, man? That's awesome to see you. Yes, it's awesome. All right, let's get over here. But give me your name into me, guys, if you want a chance to win. Because if you don't get them in tomorrow, it's going to be too late, I think. Is that giving it away or what? So get them in tonight, guys, at Conservative Viewpoint at yahoo.com. Give me your name if you want a chance to win. And we do a weekly drawing every week. So it's not like if you don't win tomorrow or Friday, it's not like you don't have another chance next week and the week after and the week after. I got a lot of stuff to give away, guys. You won't want to miss them. All you got to do is watch the show, because if your name's drawn and you're not on, you don't win. You got to be watching it every night. All right, here we go. That's the only stipulation. All right, this is a comedian that just says, hi, everyone. I don't remember. Take a look.
It's the only way.
Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. It's hilarious.
Where are you from? Be gentle when you talk about it.
How's this for a move, Ed? How's this for you? And how's that for a move, you two?
You are really nuts, you know? Nuts? One of these days they're gonna come over here and lock you up.
Oh, lay off of me, will
You ain't playing with a full deck, Eunice. I think somebody blew your pilot light out.
That's a new one, Mama.
You wait, there's more, Eunice.
Oh,
You know what? You got splinters in the windmills of your mind. You're playing hockey with a warped puck. Will you cut it out?
That feels even better.
They can't even control their laughing. And that is what's hilarious about you. You know they're laughing. They are hilarious. That was when we always say this. Wait a second. I gotta. Woo. Excuse me. Wow. All right. You know that was hilarious. These people were the best of the best when it comes to comedians. What was Dale says? Dale's down there in Louisiana. He don't have natural gas. They have a 500-gallon propane tank. In 2023, 2024, it ran more than the power was available. When it turned 65, 70 hours at the time in Louisiana, and heat to spend a fortune on propane. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. All right. Okay, I got a couple more because we're going to end on Paul Harvey. You got to see that. But the first one is another, I think this was from Green Frog Labs 2, little series, Happy King's Day. Take a look.
Patriots, what's up, man? It's 4G Auto Blue. I want to say Happy King's Day to Donald J. Trump, the biggest gangster in America. I want to tell you thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for fighting for people like me, fighting for other people in this country, fighting for all of us out here. You risked your life for us numerous times. They try to kill you 4 or 5 times. They try to take your money. They try to belittle you. They try to go at your family. They try to go at everything you did, and you stood tall for us, so I appreciate that. So Happy King's Day. Also, I got a brand new song out right now called Burn My Flag, and even Gavin Newsom's chirping in here on Twitter talking about me. Everybody will get the song right now. It's on the iTunes charts. There's no better way to fight back to old Gavin Newsom. I call him Governor Hair Gel than getting the song to #1 on iTunes. So I'll drop the link down here in the comments. Happy King's Day, Donald J. Trump. Appreciate you.
Sean Lively, what's happening, man? What's going on, Sean? All right, guys. Did you guys get to see those flag bowls at the White House? If you have not, please go look it up. And they're high. They're big, great poles. The big top on them, and they go like this and stuff. To me, they look slanted. So let me know your facts when you guys see them, and let me know what you guys think. All right, you guys remember Paul Harvey, right? Now, Paul Harvey's talking about a bunch of MAGA songs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just saw the little one, and I haven't looked up anything, but Paul Harvey on Climate Scam back. Remember, guys, this is back in 1992, I believe. But take a listen to Paul Harvey, how dead on, and I love Paul Harvey growing up. Oh, yeah, we listened to him as a kid all the time. My father, and when we went on family trips and stuff, he put Paul Harvey on the radio. Oh, yeah, I remember that stuff. Take a listen to him now.
Goes by, but what some researcher tries to scare us or trick us out of research money by claiming that the sky is falling. And with the willing complicity of headline-hungry media, a recent crisis of the month had to do with global warming. An ozone hole is opening up over the United States, we were told, the effects of which were already measurable in an increase in skin cancer. On the contrary, destroying chlorine around the polar vortex has been declining since January. A major objective of a recent shuttle mission was to determine the scope and scale of the so-called ozone hole, and the silence since has been deafening from those whose livelihood depends on creating crises. Recent data from the Upper atmosphere research satellites affirms that any problem is less, it's not greater. Ozone levels fluctuate all of the time, partly because of volcanic activity and solar flares. But MIT's technology review has made an exhaustive study of worldwide ocean temperatures since 1851, has concluded that there appears to have been little or no global warming over the past century. In fact, the net rise in world surface temperature during the last century, which was about 1%, almost all occurred before 1940, and that was before aerosols, and that has since been reversed. Former NASA chief Robert Jastrow and former Scripps director William Nierenberg, past president of the American Academy of Sciences, Frederick Seitz, all have concluded in a scathing rebuke of those who make money by predicting global warming, quote, if we allow ourselves to be influenced by press release, we could spend $1 trillion over the next decade destroying what's left of the American economy.
Now, was he dead on or what? Back in 92, they knew that the global climate bullshit, that is what it was. And I don't remember if I did a live stream on this stuff, but I had a whole list of things that the Democrats and everyone kept saying, this is going to happen on this date, this is going to happen. And this went back to the 60s, I believe it was, and before. That every time they kept saying, well, this storm's going to happen and all this is going to melt and all this stuff. And none of it has happened. They have put these conspiracies on global warming and global climate change bullshit for decades and decades and century, I think, man. I think it went back that far. I don't know. I can't remember now, but I did a show or I did a video on it, one of those, and I had a whole list of them. And I mean, I can't remember back 4 years ago now, so when I started this stuff, but it's all been bogus lies, and people actually pay them, give them money towards this. How much money have people wasted on the lies about global warming and climate change and all this garbage? People have died from weather and everything like that. Okay, John, I'm going to make some Speedos. And it's going to say conservative viewpoint on the ass. And I'll give those away. How about that, John? Would that be good? How about that? We'll give some boxer shorts. And I don't think I can do women's. They're just too small. Oh, yeah. They have indoctrinated the children. They have indoctrinated everyone over this climate horse shit. And that's what it is, guys, because all you got to do is look back. And anyone that is as old as me, and I'm 57, if older, you've been through the weathers. That's nothing's changed. It's been cold in the wintertime. It's snowed. It's been warm in the summertime. It's been hot. I've seen it 100 degrees for a long period of time. Now, maybe we're getting up to 90s now, but in Pennsylvania, I'm not talking about Texas and Arizona and all those places. No Speedo. I was going to give those away there, Shell. I wasn't going to wear the damn thing. My fat ass don't need no Speedo. Oh, my God, no. Sean said he'll model it for us, so that's it. That's it. That's all I needed right there. Sean going to get a Speedo with conservative viewpoint on it. Oh, yeah. That's all there is right there. Global ice age is coming, right? Right. It's the weather has not changed. Nothing has changed in the 57 years that I've been alive. We've had storms, we've had hurricanes, we've had tornadoes, we've had lightning, we've had it all. And it's not gotten worse. It's not gotten better. Nothing. So that's a big deal with this. And then, but you notice that during Trump's both terms now, that you don't hear anything about global warming, climate change, none of that shit. You don't hear it. But when Biden was in there and the Democrats in charge, that's all they talk about. Global this, climate change this. Give me some money. We need this. It's worth. We got to change laws. We got to make these laws. And it's all horseshit, guys. And people believe this stuff. And I know you guys know this stuff, but these idiot liberals, the amount of money they waste, it's just unbelievable. But we're going to save a lot more for tomorrow night, guys. Remember, I might be back to 9 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to find out how Vic's feeling and if she's going to try to come back tomorrow and do the Rebel Chicks with a Cause. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out tomorrow. You guys ought to see the comments in Wimpkin changed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Speedo is okay as underwear. Yeah. Well, no. We got to. Oh, yeah. Sure. I don't know what this conversation came from, but, man, it damn well, when I look over there and I saw Speedos and then Marianne was involved, it's like, what the hell's going on over here? And I just missed the whole damn conversation. And then I saw John say, maybe Charlie can give some away. And he didn't say what it was. So I had to ask him, what was I supposed to be giving away? And now it's supposed to be Speedo. I don't think the clothing place that I get my T-shirts from actually sells Speedos. So I don't think that's going to work too well. I don't know. You never know, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. It's been awesome. So as of right now, I'm going to say 8 o'clock tomorrow until I talk to her later. And if she says she's feeling well enough to go tomorrow, then I'll just move mine to 9. I won't even put my ad out until after I talk to her and make sure she's up to doing it. But she's got to relax and stuff, and she should take it easy and listen to the doctors for a little while. But it's her, and I think she's a little stubborn. But I hope she takes her time and get back. But either way, I will be on here either 8 or 9 o'clock. So keep an eye out for my ad, and we'll see what goes on tomorrow, guys. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. And that, my friends, brings us to the close of another vital conversation on the Conservative Viewpoint. Tonight, we didn't just talk at you. We walked with you through the labyrinth of the distorted truth and undeniable realities. We shined a light into the shadows where uncomfortable facts reside. Facts that others might shy away from. But we've only scratched the surface of the disquieting videos that seek to reshape our understanding of the world. We've just begun to unpack the seismic shift in the Middle East and the undeniable consequences of a border that remains a revolving door, almost gone now that Trump's in office. But they allowed all these people who meant to harm us, and they let them in, these Democrats. But here's the crucial question. Or can you tend to simply hearing about these issues, or are you ready to understand them, to equip yourself with clarity needed to navigate this increasingly complex landscape? The mainstream media will continue to feed you their carefully curated narratives, the headlines designed to manipulate, and the distractions meant to keep you from asking the harder questions. But here on the Conservative Viewpoint, we don't fear the truth. We embrace it. We dissect it. And we empower you with it. Every weeknight, we commit to being your unwavering source for an unvarnished perspective. We promise to bring you the stories that they hope you won't see. The analysts they hope you won't hear, and the solutions they hope you won't demand. Because the fight for truth, for sanity, and for the very soul of our nation is not a once-a-week event. It's a daily commitment, and we invite you to join us on that journey every single weeknight. Don't let the noise overwhelm you. Don't let the lies take root. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, for another uncompromising dive into what truly matters. Because at the Conservative Viewpoint, we believe in an informed citizens are the last best hope for a free nation. So until then, guys, stay vigilantly, stay informed, and always, always seek the truth. Good night. I'll see you back here live tomorrow between 8 or 9. Depends on the Rebel Chick with a Cause. So until then, like always, guys, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you back here sometime live tomorrow. Good night, everyone.